in there, man. And this guy starts asking him questions and says that if he doesn't start telling the truth, he's going to bring over this bucket of crickets and figs. You know.
Crickets and figs, huh?
Well, yeah, because next thing you know, it just gets ugly.
Does it now?
Yeah.
Which, the crickets, the figs, or the combination
Well,
of
because
the
then,
two?
you know, if you're doing the crickets and the figs, especially if you're mixing them, it's you got to bounce Pop-Tart. That's all there is to it.
Bounce a Pop-Tart or balance a Pop-Tart?
Bounce the Pop-Tart. It's a political thing. Rick Santorum said it.
Oh, God. You can believe politicians, right?
Everything. Well, you know how you can tell when they lie?
How's that? They open their mouth?
Their lips move.
Ah, okay. I kind of stole the
You're
thunder.
just supposed to say, no,
I'm
how?
I'm so sorry.
You're
Okay.
not. You're lying.
I am. I'm sorry.
He's lying. No, see, you heard him admit it. He said, I am lying.
I am. That's a truthful statement. I am.
I said. That's Neil Diamond, right?
No.
I am. I cried. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure is not sure. Pretty sure is kind of sure.
I'll tell you something I'm sure of. This is the Digression Podcast for the 21st of June.
June, yeah. We're
2017.
We're not knee deep in summer, but we got our toe in the water.
We do, and we also have a new video released on the YouTube site called Kitchen Hacks.
Kitchen Hacks. It's a very good. You get some really nice tips and tricks.
Yeah.
That we looked long and hard for.
And the key is not if you're cooking for multiple people, not only that, but if you're cooking for yourself.
Yeah, for the bachelor, the single guy out there.
Yeah, or gal.
You or gal.
Well,
let your fingers
a few of them,
do the walking
a
through
few of
the
them,
yellow pages.
Well, there's one hack in particular that I don't think would help the gal.
Well, it could, but
yeah,
I could be giving things away if I were to. Elucidate.
Yeah. Just watch it, then you'll understand what we mean.
I'm just some big words out.
Oh, what was that?
If I elucidate.
Ooh, so there's.
While I hallucinate.
I'll give you like $3.
Trying hard not to be late.
Oh God.
For the ball.
No. No to all those things.
That is my manic poetry.
Poetry. Yeah.
Manic poetry. Oh shit.
Poetry is just like art. I could put a chair in the middle of a room and call it art, and what you did there, you could just call it poetry.
Oh God, you are such an angry fuck.
No. Just realistic.
It's, I dig realistic, right? Because I'm a pragmatic individual, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know? I think it qualifies, right? But realistic really has nothing to do with it because realism is subjective and it's relative to the observer.
I would agree.
So therefore, you're better off the other way.
You're better off the other way?
Hmm?
It might make for an easier or more fun time.
Fun times are good.
Yeah.
They can be fun.
Well, hopefully they're fun times.
Yes, hence the name.
Yeah.
You can't call it's a beheading. It's not fun times. What's wrong with you kids?
Well, I suppose.
Or would that be, what is wrong with you kids?
Again, that's relative to the beheader.
Or the beheadee.
The beheadee, sorry, would have more fun with that, right? If they think they're doing something right.
Well, if they all think they're doing something right, then they'd all be having more or less equal amounts of fun, plus or minus 3%.
See, fun for, like, say, the BTK killer is completely different than fun for you and I.
Yeah, but you know what? Even for those playing the home game, we were watching a little bit of the BTK confession tonight, earlier. And it's crazy watching him detail his murders, his acts, and what he did. And, I think if I did something heinous, and like, judge's like, well, you're going to plead guilty? Yeah, plead guilty. Okay, what did you do? Did a bad thing over there. No, man. What did you do? I need everything. And that'd be difficult to actually look at another of your kind, another of your species, and say, I did heinous things like this to my own species just to bust a nut. I mean, it would just be...
I wonder what the details are in it, too. Was he... If you killed that many people, which I don't know how many... If you don't know the BTK killer, which is what?
Bind, torture, kill.
Bind, torture, kill killer, that's redundant, is this guy from, I think, mostly the 70s. He would just break into houses and bind everybody up and kill them.
Yeah.
And torture and
you know, I did notice one thing in the confession is he would say, well, I got there and I waited for them to get home. And when they got home, I made them tie each other up. And then I did whatever. But he didn't really... I'm sorry, dude. But BTK, dude, if you're watching, I doubt it.
Is he dead?
No.
Oh, he's still alive.
He's in prison.
Great.
But there's more to it. I mean, he did much more. I mean, because I've read a couple books on him, and he was all for the one-hit wonder after he did his dirty work.
What was the...
In fact, he'd do the one-hit wonder all over his dirty work.
Yeah, that... And what he was saying, he was constantly looking to his lawyer and stuff. It was like, it was a plea deal. Maybe to not get the death penalty or something, or because that's life in prison without possibility of parole, right?
But just imagine doing something so fucking deplorable, and then just be able to run it off like a litany.
Yeah.
But with no emotion, but at the same time avoiding some of the other stuff. I mean, and maybe they worked that out with the judge ahead of time. Where the judge is like, all right, you don't need to go into the lurid details, just give us a high level. Don't fuck around.
There was a deal made.
Yeah.
Definitely, the way he was kind of going through it. But it was just some matter of fact.
You know what?
He's so fucked up.
Those may have been his lawyers.
Yeah.
But maybe they were more his handlers to kind of tell him exactly how to say what he needed to say.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need too much of a lawyer to help you when you're
just guilty as they come.
Just guilty and basically like a plea deal. It's kind
like
of
a fox with all these feathers around his mouth. He's like, "Nah, man, I'm vegan."
Yeah, I don't eat the birds. I just eat their feathers.
I eat discarded feathers.
So speaking of kind of fucked up court cases too, I noticed that. Let me grab my phone. This was, I think it was just this week. Student accused of making up rape allegations faces 2 years in. What did you call it? Not
2 years on lavender juice box duty.
Yeah, instead of the what men would go through, the
booty duty.
Booty duty
at the booty farm.
Hers would be the lavender juice.
Well, she'd have lavender juice box duty.
Lavender juice box duty. All right, so there you go. But she apparently there's 2 football players, and she must have been cheating on her boyfriend with them, and she wanted to bail out, basically.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So she made it up that, hey, they raped me. That's to stay with them. So she was pretty fucked in the head, but she got 2 years. She was 19. That's insane.
At least
19. That's.
I mean, yeah, she was fucking with someone's life, and that's a bad thing. I think 2 years is a perfect amount of time to serve for something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that could be deterrent level incarceration.
Yeah.
When she gets out, she'll fucking know better.
Yeah, I think
hopefully. But you got you got your recidivists out there, like we talked about that a couple weeks ago. You got your people who are, that's just what they are. That's who they are. And it doesn't matter what fucking color you are. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, yellow, brown, other colors.
Other random colors.
I mean, it just... What am I trying to say?
It doesn't matter. The brain works pretty similar in all cases, regardless of skin color.
It doesn't matter what you are. I mean, things that do affect, obviously, your environment, your upbringing, all that shit. But I don't know. Change the subject. I'm going to go off on a rant.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm
going to talk
about these goddamn...
We got a good old Mr.
Harp
Tim
waves.
Tim Nuka. I'm calling him Nuka. You guys are like a car wreck where everyone gets fucked up. You know it's going to be bad, but you stop anyways. Hey, speaking of education, where were the hot-ass teachers giving up that booty when I was in high school?
No shit.
Yeah, that's a good fucking point. Yeah.
But isn't it funny how hypocritical we are as a society? Because we see the hot teachers, sidling up to these little 13, 14-year-old boys, and you're thinking, and we're dudes, so we're thinking, what did you just say?
Yeah,
where the fuck was my teacher?
If I was a 15 or 16-year-old kid, that would be great. But obviously, it's still fucked up.
It is fucked up, but they're always so hot for the most part.
Now, are they?
For the most part.
I think those are the ones that make the damn news.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is if a dude, same age, has a thing with a same age girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking pig, that piece of shit. We should go like string him up by his balls. Like, whoa, stop. A minute ago, Deborah LaFay was hot. Now, just because this guy likes a little bit of young action, so now he's, how is that different?
Yeah.
Throw that on the fucking scale for me.
You know, it's probably controversial, but it works the same way with rape. When a woman rapes a man, it's joked about.
It's joked about, right? And not taken seriously.
It's a very similar thing.
Yeah, it's like they fuck with your man card.
And that's kind of what this is in a way, right? It's kind of like a rape. Because generally at 15 or 16, you don't really know what you're doing. As raging hormones, you're just looking to find whatever.
I would be willing to put this out there.
Yep.
That girls are probably affected differently to a degree, than men are, just because of the environment that the two are brought up in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Boys are, for the most part, raised, men are men. Hair, weird places. Women are just like, here's your purse, here's your makeup, here's your how to be a lady book.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So they're going to be affected differently. I'll throw that out there.
Yeah, well, it's the social norm.
But right? I'm still like the 13, 14-year-old kid who got the hot for teacher thing going on.
Yeah.
I wish that would have happened to me.
There's the one kid, we may have talked about this a while ago, but there's a one kid who was banging his teacher when he was young. They ended up getting married.
Yeah, that was Letourneau, Mary Kay Letourneau.
That's crazy. So, he was...
I don't know. I don't know if he was between 13 and 16. I'm using that broad range because I'm not exactly sure.
But she did time, got out, and they got married.
Well, when she was... she did time, was on probation, I think, and I could be fucking this up, but so whatever. And she ended up getting together and fucking him.
Yeah.
And then got sent back to prison, and I think when she went to prison, that's when she was pregnant.
Oh,
so she
shit.
had a baby in prison. And then when she got out, though, they got married.
That's crazy.
Because I think once she was done with the prison, probation, all that shit, they can't tell her what to do with another consenting adult.
Imagine that fucking Thanksgiving table.
Well, if you invite...
What's going on, everybody?
If you invite Woody Allen and his wife...
What? Yeah, what? Okay, I don't know the details of that.
That was his stepdaughter, Soo Young Kim, or Sue.
Yeah, but they're not blood related at all. That's stepdaughter,
adopted.
though. That's crazy.
Adopted, not step. She's adopted, I believe.
Jeez.
So they could come too.
Are they still together?
I think so.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I believe so. Because every once in a while I see pictures in like some of the stupid gossip raggy thingies. And I'm not saying that people who look at that stuff is stupid. But you could do something better with your time.
Yeah.
Was I just judgy McJudgerson?
That's what you do.
Oh, my God.
That's what you do.
To the back cave. Did you hear that? There's a cat. There's a cat in here.
There's fucking cats everywhere.
That's my girly girl.
Yeah.
What do you want?
She's coming by to say hi.
She's coming by to say hi. She wants some love, and she's all codependent tonight. What do you want? Come here. See, I'm fucking chasing you around,
shy.
man.
She doesn't want to be on the camera. Yeah, this is a scary podcast.
Yeah, this is... she's like, I'm stretching.
You will find no quarter here, cat. No quarter. So you looked up this article.
I'm not going to fucking reach for her, man.
You looked up this...
She's just going to have to catch on fire and die.
Article about truth-telling and mouse, like on a computer.
It was a very interesting article.
So how do they conduct this test? Because you showed me a graph.
They basically had 60 people in this test pod thingy, and they were all given a test. Now, half of them, I believe, or a certain percentage of them had the answers and chose false answers.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And so the people who chose the right answers naturally, as well as unnaturally, went straight for it. But the ones who purposely lied...
It took longer.
And it was more of an arc versus a straight line.
Got it. Okay. That's kind of... It's interesting.
Actually pretty cool.
It's like that point in the brain, that little bit of time when you're telling a lie, and you know you're telling a lie. And it's almost like that governor's like, we shouldn't do this.
That's the new lie detector, man.
Yeah, the mouse. Hold the mouse. Click on the answer.
Hey, we're gonna ask you a series of questions. And we're gonna want some answers.
Yeah. So what you could do in that test is you could look at the color of their shirt and it's blue and ask them, and bring them to a screen with a yes and no box.
Right.
And ask them, okay, is your shirt blue? Click on the answer. Boom. Okay, ask them about their socks. Is it this? Bang, bang. Then ask them the question that you think they're lying about in a yes and no fashion and see how the mouse click goes.
Did you bang your dad? Did you?
That's the fucking question you ask. You're fucking awful at this.
I always lead with that.
Fucking awful.
Well, no, it just kind of throws them off.
Oh.
Am I what?
What is this? Yeah.
I just was curious.
We've got another chime in here from Tim Nuka.
Nuka Cola.
Speaking of time, my old lady just got, I think that's meant to be off, just got off the ankle monitor for federal probation. Still can't go into banks for another year. Damn.
Banks, the department store, I'm assuming.
Some crazy shit. Oh, really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I guess I don't know banks. I don't know banks.
How do you not know banks? It was in Mankato. It's fucking awesome. It was like this big...
What'd they sell?
It was kind of like, well, they sold everything that didn't sell at other stores.
Gotcha.
It was pretty cool. You get good deals. They had little Jesus dolls.
If it's not technology, electronics, I don't really shop.
They had that, but it was 90s technology, so it wasn't really fun.
Walkmans.
Yeah. And I remember wanting one.
Wow,
really
Walkman?
bad.
Yeah, of course.
Gotta have that Walkman. I need to put a tape in it.
Yeah.
And then they had a little... I've got a somewhere, I think I actually threw it. I had a mini disc player from like 99.
Oh, shit.
All these little mini discs.
Those didn't last very long, did they?
No. It was a stupid fucking idea, and whoever rubber stamped that...
What one step worse is putting those in movies that are supposed to be in the future. The future.
What was that? What did they say in Hackers? We got the RISC CPU on right there on the processor with the cache and the memory.
I couldn't get into Hackers. I saw it too late.
The
tech was too far along in that. I mean, it had
no, even at the time,
Angelina Jolie.
Dude, even at the fucking time, the tech was that they talked in the movie was fucking stupid. Stupid. Hey,
Yeah.
So do you ever get like one of those cramps like by your hip?
Like a Charlie horse or something?
Like Charlie horse. Like, when you're jerking off in the shower?
No, not really. Is
Curious.
that so? You get a Charlie horse?
No,
I
was just curious. I just asked the question.
So when that kicks in, do you like crappie flop onto the ground or something?
I'm not saying it happens to me. I read about this.
Can you stay standing
internet.
When you get that?
From what I've read, you can.
Oh, what you've read.
I've read a lot of things on the internet.
Wow.
This is my mouse arm. That's why it's bigger.
So when you get, I have just a few follow-up questions for you, sir. When you get one of these Charlie horses,
allegedly.
Allegedly in this book, do they still finish like a boss, or does the pain help? No
points are awarded if you do not complete the process.
We got a question. Is it the sciatic nerve? That's what Tim Nuka.
No, from what I've read, it's definitely muscle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. From what you've read.
The book went into very good detail about the sciatic nerve because I've read a lot about that one.
I want to ask when you read the book, but I don't want you to answer that question. So we'll move on. We'll just we'll.
Are you asking me how many times I've read the book this week?
No.
Is that what you're asking?
No, I was going to ask you when.
Do you want to know?
No.
Do you want to see my treasure trail?
Nope. Nope. That's gross. That's fucking disgusting.
I don't know about. Well, wait.
We have a very constructive comment for you. You have ass cancer.
Oh, that's good.
That was
Daniel?
A good one. No, that's Tim.
Tim, I thought you were better than that, man. It's fucking disappointing.
What's Tim's nickname? I can't keep calling him Tim Nukola. I'm either calling him Tim Nuke or
he's always been Tim.
Just Tim.
Fucking Tim.
Really,
3 letters.
What do you just
three letters that
Tim doesn't have a nickname? Tim, you have to have a fucking nickname. What do you want to be called? How about that? Oh, that for Dano. Oh, okay. So Dan is called Nuka. Big TW. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
he
Big
is.
TW.
He does
All
go
right.
with TW.
All right.
When Tim has been known to say, especially when he's imbibed.
Okay. Sure.
A bit more than gently.
Okay. You took too much. Big TW drank too many 40s.
He'll stand up and he'll just scratch his chest. Close his eyes. Let's go. My name is Timothy Wayne Nuclear. I'm here to kick some ass.
Nice.
That's my brother Tim.
That's waving the flag right there.
Yeah.
This is my land.
He got mad at me one time and he goes, I'm sorry. I'm not Johnny Parker who lives up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ooh. I'm like, Tim,
Dude,
come on.
He's bringing it up. He hasn't drank in like 2 years.
No. I'm not. These aren't embarrassing stories. These are just humorous fucking brother stories. Tim, remember when we told the twins we were going to call the ambulance? That was fucking awesome.
You told the who? The twins?
I was like probably 21. Tim was not 21. He was probably like 11. I don't remember how old I am compared to him.
Oh, okay.
And David and Daniel were supposed to go take their naps because they were just little fuckers at the time. I think they were like 5.
Okay.
And they wouldn't go take their nap. And Tim said, look, man, I'm going to call the fucking ambulance. And he's going to come take you away. I don't know why these 2 little fuckers were afraid of the ambulance, but they were scared fucking shitless of the fucking ambulance. Because my mom would always threaten them with that too. She'd like, you'd better blah, 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 or I'm going to call the ambulance.
Well, that must be why.
And so Tim says, all right, I'm fucking calling him, right? And so I'm down in my mom's bedroom, right? And I'm on the other phone, and Tim's talking to me, and I'm the dispatcher. And while he's doing it, Daniel comes up and rips the phone out of his hands. That's not the ambulance, man. Who is that? This is the ambulance, man. My guy's on his way over to pick you up right now. And I heard the fucking phone hit the floor, and Daniel ran fucking hysterically screaming. And then David started like that other thing when you're with someone and something, they know something's bad's happening and you don't.
Yeah.
But they're really freaking out. So you're like, oh, you're half freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's David. And then the best. I couldn't have fucking planned it. You hear a fucking siren in the distance.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the fucking timing was painfully awesome. Daniel and David had a fucking schizoid embolism right there on the floor, man. They're just like...
David? I thought it was...
David and Daniel.
David and Daniel. Okay, gotcha.
Those are the
I didn't know
twins.
about David. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I didn't.
That's why I keep saying David and Daniel.
Yeah, David just kind of came in. I know of Daniel. I know
was
of
here,
Big
and then-
TW. I don't
Big
know. I
T-dubs.
don't know of David.
But they just fucking lost their shit, and they're running around just screaming hysterically, and we're like, and the sirens are getting closer and closer.
Oh,
And they're
God.
Like, make it go away, make it go away. We'll go into your bedroom and act like you're fucking sleeping. Go take a nap. They were in the bedroom, door slammed. That was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, and then your buddy ran over the cat after we stole their bikes and put them in the basement. There's a story, I'm sure, brewing there.
That was the early 80s. That's a real fog.
That was Missouri, the show...
No,
the show me fucking state. Yeah. Missouri.
I
You lived in
remember-
Missouri?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember when Sean ran over the cat. I mean, it flattened that fucker right out. This
wow.
guy. It was an accident. I mean, he was driving. The cat wasn't.
Yeah.
Cat isn't.
Well, the cat wasn't driving, is what you're saying? Was the
Yeah,
cat
it was-
drunk or?
We didn't do a toxicology test. We
gotcha.
just
where'd you put the cat?
somewhere else.
Gotcha. Somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Elsewhere.
Does the cat have a name so we could pour a 40 out for it, or
No, I don't.
No?
It was Tim's cat. I think it was Tim's cat.
Pancake? Not a bad name.
Patty.
Patty. There
Like
we
that.
go.
I did that.
Yeah. That's funny. Not funny that the cat died, but
No, not funny.
funny how you
I remember
guys, all these
one
fucked up
time
stories.
we somehow came across.
Michael Graves, just whatever that.
Oh, Michael Graves.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really bringing up some old shit. Michael Graves. Does that name ring a bell?
That's definitely clipping.
Yeah, sorry.
So we do this thing where we get the mics all set up, and I do what I like to call the JP scream test.
Hey.
And as the night goes on, his voice volume goes up.
It's
and
not my fault.
It is your fault. He blames the whiskey. It's not the whiskey. So yeah, sorry, I interrupted. What were you? What were
You know
saying?
what? It's almost always a different whiskey, right? Generally
Yeah.
speaking.
Oh,
we should highlight the whiskey. Have like the whiskey minute.
There you go.
What are you drinking tonight, John?
Well, this is more like a whiskey hour, right?
No, yeah, but we only talk about it for a minute.
Oh, gotcha.
So like we're en route. Cut.
Cut. Yeah.
No. Bad lip reading.
You are a huge fan.
Has not put out anything in a long fucking time. In fact,
Doesn't need to.
we're gonna fucking hashtag the shit out of him with this. Goddammit.
Why is that?
He hasn't done anything new, and he does funny stuff. He's good. Of course, he might be doing other stuff where he's actually making more money.
I think he's
probably making pretty good money though right now on YouTube.
He had some deals, I thought, with NFL or something, where he was doing some bad lip reading thing.
Well, yeah,
in prime time, like they aired it.
Oh, so that must be the bad lip reading out NFL.
I'm guessing
2016,
because you can't just do that. I don't think without rights being taken away.
You're right, you can't because there's no reproduction in any way, shape, or form allowed.
Yeah, so I think he's on one of those channels.
You'll go to the booty farm.
Yeah, so that kid's doing good. He's probably not a kid anymore, but
and he's very good at what he does.
It's refreshing to see that there's actually have 2 viewers. Yeah.
2 whole viewers?
2 whole viewers.
Fucking A.
And we're one of them because we have it open over here.
That's why you got to shit on the parade.
No, that's
hey, this no one's doing any shit yet. Allow me.
I just cut it in half. Yeah, that's all right. Where's Daniel? Did Daniel get in trouble?
Where did you cut in half?
Our viewership. By taking away 1, we would have 1 remaining. That's taking away half our viewers.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
You and your highfalutin algebra.
Highfalutin algebra. What are them letters doing in there?
Yeah, what you doing with them letters in the bars?
Fucking letters in there, man.
Letters and bars.
Just want to go back, play some Atari.
Atari's coming out with a new game console.
Yeah. Now, it sounds like it's PC based, which is interesting. Atari hasn't released a console since fucking back in like the 80s, right?
A console, I think that'd be the...
There was the 26?
Well, there was the what was it? Little handheld Lynx. I think. Lynx.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. But it's been 20
it's been a long
years,
fucking time. Because that thing. Yeah. Whoever said, "Hey, I think we should do the Lynx," I think he should be.
He's probably not with the company anymore. I would imagine.
There's a lot of fucking people who aren't with the company anymore.
Did you play a lot of Atari?
Fucking yeah.
Like what, 2600 or?
Got my fingers wet with the Atari 2600.
Okay.
And then pretty much went broke buying those fucking games. Because they're like $40 a piece.
That's what they were. I was going to ask.
Yeah, they were expensive for the time. Because now games are, $60? Was that only $20 more in a 30-year span? That's still a lot of fucking money.
And they've been trying to inflate them more and more. Like some tried to dabble into the $80 thing, and they got shot down by the consumers. That's one market. The consumers are just like, fuck that.
If you have something that's actually rare, that's different.
Well, they get their money on their collector's editions. I think the new Assassin's Creed game, which there's been a billion of these. Look it up. There's one that's like $300. It comes with like figures and crap.
Right.
But yeah, so it's interesting. It's come a long way since Atari games at $40.
Yeah. But, and then, so I got my fingers on that, and then there was the Atari 400 and Atari 800, and then there was the Atari 1200 XL. That was my first computer.
Those came after the 2600 gaming console?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. That's weird.
Kind of in the same time. Well, the 1200 XL came out a couple of years later, but it was like the 400 and 800 at the time. And those things were they were expensive. I mean, I think they were like between $2,000 and $5,000. And you're talking about $16K, $32K.
That's a lot of fucking, that's a lot of money.
Wow, didn't anyone ever need more than $64K?
The BBSat 300 baud. That's what, I don't know what that is.
The 300 baud modems.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're getting there.
That was before my time.
So with my 1200 XL, I got a 300 baud modem. And that's very slow. That's very.
Oh, really?
Oh, God, 300 baud, yeah. Well,
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was fucking slow because that was just the slowest dial-up you could get, and then you had 2400 baud, which was obviously faster.
Yep.
And then 9600 baud, and that was wow, that was like fast and stuff. And back then, you wanted to get the we had these really cool. I think they were U.S. Robotics modems, right? And they were about this long. They were about like maybe 8 inches by, say, 12 or 14 inches.
Is this the one where you set a phone on it?
They had those. I never had one of those. That was before. That was a little before my time.
Gotcha.
But then it was about this tall. But it just looked cool because then the angles were it was like a parallelogram if you look at it from the side.
Sure.
And just had these bright fucking lights. It said, "Look, man, I'm fucking blazing fast. Look at me."
So this modem, what were you connecting to it? Like, what
You
was
would
the
connect
cable?
to just a phone cable.
Okay, this is all phone jack
Yep.
cable. Yep, got it.
And back then, you didn't have the internet. You had BBSs, bulletin board systems, and bulletin board systems had communities in there, and they called them SIGs, which were special interest groups. So you had all kinds of different SIGs you'd sign up for.
Is this like news articles or chatting back and forth?
People
Was
chatting
there-
back and forth, people
Okay.
sharing information. A lot of the stuff a lot of circles I ran in back in those days were more the gray to black hat stuff.
Sure.
You know, we didn't buy much
Mischief.
software.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
No,
crazy.
I just didn't. I mean, I just wanted to get free wares.
Yeah.
Doing the war dialer shit. I played with that for a while, and it was boring.
That's crazy because I'm only 33 now. I came in when there's the 24, the one before 56K, so 28.8
Yeah.
modem was happening at
Yep.
that time, and then the technology for 56K was pretty much already around, and that's what I basically.
And then basically we went from
that's what I
56,
cut my teeth on.
56K to
Prodigy.
True Internet Pipe.
Prodigy Internet,
Prodigy.
and then AOL.
AOL.
Chat Room City, man, that was fun. when I was
Oh,
a
and
kid.
what was the one IBM had?
I don't know that one. Is that Netscape or is that something?
No,
else?
Netscape was a browser.
Oh fuck! What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of all the free, like freei.net.
I don't remember. Oh, but anyway, so I had my 1200 XL, and then I had this friend who approached me because the 800 XLs were coming out here pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
And now this is going to sound weird, but the 1200 XL was not as powerful as the 800 XL.
Yeah, they need to work on their fucking
Yeah,
marketing.
I think that was probably some of the problems. You should have did that the other way around.
'Cause
Earl.
this new
Fucking
Atari box is
told
going to
ya.
be called the Atari One.
We're going back in time. The next
Yeah.
one's going to say BC, the Atari BC.
The Atari BC, yeah, exactly.
But
So he was trying to trade because the 800 was coming out or something?
yeah, the
or-
800 was coming out, and he's like, "Hey, man, I'll tell you what. When the 800 comes out, because I know you want to sell your 1200, I'll buy the 800, and you give me your 1200, and then we'll just trade straight. What do you say?" And I'm like,
That's not a friend.
"Well, it was more of an acquaintance."
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, either way. But I'm like, there was a lot going on back here. It's like, dude, that's a really good fucking deal. I know, man. You should fucking do it. Hey, man, that's a bad. Come on, man. Just
This
fucking
dude's playing you.
be honest. Just
Yeah.
fucking be honest with this guy. Say, no, man, you're fucking. No, man, don't listen to that fucker, man. Fuck him, man. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Do it. And I did it.
The key is to make the voices sing in unison.
Never happens.
Yeah. So you did the deal with the guy?
Yeah, I did the deal.
You gave him your 1200 and you bought yourself a brand new 800.
No, he bought the 800 XL.
Okay.
Gave it to me in return.
Oh, I misunderstood.
For
Got
my
it.
1200
I'm caught
XL.
up now.
Yeah.
Caught up now.
So
That's crazy. So you
it was that he needed an object lesson. If he wasn't going to do the research and he wasn't going to figure it out, far be it from me to rob him of a lesson that would teach him so many things.
is the age-old money trick. Here, I'm going to trade you this larger nickel for your smaller dime.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you just did to that poor man.
He approached me.
Yeah. Don't defend what you did.
He approached me.
Yeah.
He willingly came to me. I didn't say, "Hey, come over here. Make me a deal.
So
make
did-
me a deal. Make me a fucking deal." I didn't do that.
Did he come back to you afterwards? Like, this
About a
thing's
year
slow as balls.
About a year later.
Maybe after he figured it out.
See, if you just quit trying to crucify me, I'd finish the story. I'd finish my fucking story.
You'd get lost 3 times, but you'd finish it.
I'll get there,
Punk.
bitch. Where was I?
Oh, I'm going to let you find that.
No. So, oh shit, where was I? Why'd you do that to me?
I'm gonna let
you
you
did
get
that
there.
on purpose.
Nope. So he came
A
back
year
to
later.
you a year later.
I was there. No, I was there.
There we go. You got there.
My tape was skipping.
That's right.
We got together about a year later, and we're hanging out. And about an hour into hanging out, he goes, "So why'd you do that deal with me, man?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "That 1200, that 800 XL thing. Why'd you do? You knew what you were doing, didn't you?" I said, "Dude, you approached me.
Mm-hmm.
You came to me and you said that. He goes, "Yeah, but you knew that was wrong." I said, "Yeah, but you should have known that was fucking stupid. So who's worse?" And then fuck you, and I never saw him again.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
But we're both guilty.
How old were you?
I was old enough to know.
We're both guilty. That's funny.
No, we were. I mean, he should have fucking did his
True.
research.
He should have done his research.
Yep.
But if you were
And
a
I-
friend with the guy, you would have said, dude.
No, like I said,
No.
we were more of acquaintances.
So if people are acquaintances with you, you just rob them and feel nothing?
I was young, and I didn't give a fuck.
Old JP.
Back
That
then.
was old JP.
That-
We
that-
buried him.
I have not always been the fine, upstanding citizen you see before you today.
Ooh. I have a feeling Tim would have some stories about...
Oh, Tim's got stories.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Tim's-
got fucking stories.
I'm sorry.
He's been paid a good amount. Shut
Big
the fuck up,
TW.
though. T-Dub.
Big T-Dub.
Timothy Wayne. Nuclear.
So this new Atari system, what would you name it? Now, give me a silly JP answer and then an honest answer. What do you think they're going to name this thing? Because Atari still holds pretty big value for a lot of
I think
older people. What do you think they would call that thing?
the Atari LDA,
LDA? What's LDA?
last ditch attempt.
No.
You said you want the funny one.
That's the funny. Okay, got it. All right. And what about the serious one? What do you think they would name some fucking thing like
I do
that?
the Atari LDA, and I wouldn't tell anybody what it meant.
You can't.
That's the difference.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this shit works.
But that could be. I mean, well, we got one campaign where we tell people what it
Mm-hmm.
means because we're kind of scared back here. We don't know this is going to work.
Yeah.
How come everybody who isn't like me that I mimic is like from the South, kind of
I don't know.
like Southern Texas, Oregon, Maine people?
Oregon, Maine, they have an accent.
Well, they're so close together
Oregon and Maine are really close together.
by galactic standards. Yes,
Wow.
I mean by if you're like at
Good
the Milky
save.
Way
Good save.
right next to it,
Yeah.
the Milky Wave. See what I said there?
The wave.
The
Yeah.
Milky Wave.
That's
Right next to it, then you could. It just looks like one
the
speck.
shovel's just getting bigger as you're digging. It's great.
It happens.
It happens. That's right.
I'm not afraid. I'm ready to go.
No, you shouldn't be afraid. There's nothing to fear. It's
I
just
think-
a hole.
I think that people after they get out of college, or not college, but high school, I think everybody should get a mouth guard.
Just a random mouth guard.
You got to be prepared.
Got
And
it.
plus, how intimidating do you think it'd be if you were, talking to someone and it was kind of getting into a debate and you just pull out your fucking mouth guard? All right, fucker.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be one of those day glow ones, too.
Be prepared. So this reminds me of when I was younger. I think it was 8th grade. Now, keep in mind, I went through, I think I was at a little Lutheran school in...
Did you have to wear
yeah.
like that shirt and tie?
No, there were no uniforms or anything like that, but it still was awful. But anyway,
I always wanted to go to the Catholic school and wear the uniforms. I thought it'd be cool to fucking dress in style.
it's
fucking
cool
tie
for a
and shit.
little while and then not.
All right.
Then not, I would imagine. So we had this principal, I won't name him because he's gone now, but...
Well, he's gone?
I'll get to it. So his thing was...
We had a
make
thing.
good choices. That's what he would
okay.
say, right? So,
Okay.
and he would repeat that over and over again to basically nail it in our heads. Make good choices, make good choices, make good choices. All right, so anyway, yeah. So everybody make good choices. That's what this is about, make good choices. And they'd wrap some religious thing around it. But
Like
I want to say about 6, 7, 8 years ago. No, it was less than that. Shit, it was probably within 4 years he offed himself. So it's interesting. So follow-up story. High school. Also a Lutheran high school. Okay. We had, I think this was my freshman year, we had what is it in high school? It's not a principal. It's something else.
Yeah, it's principal.
Is it principal? Well, whatever. He was above the principal.
Oh,
He might have been the
superintendent?
superintendent. Yeah. So this guy was the preachiest
Why don't
one.
they have, like, what does it go? Principal, intendant,
Yeah.
superintendent.
No idea. It makes no sense.
Think about this shit later.
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah. So the superintendent was the preachiest guy we had at that school, right? He would be the one that was telling us, use the Lord's help and all, whatever, all this other bullshit, but kind of like the make good choices thing.
He wasn't using little boys like olives, was he?
No, but he
Right.
was stealing lots of money from the school and he got
Just
caught.
as bad.
But here's the crazy part. So it was made public that this is what happened. He was writing checks that the school, because he could write checks to himself.
I know.
And he was doing this for a while and they caught him, right?
We were talking about that. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So here's the crazy part about it. Yeah, he got caught. Part of his punishment was he had to sit on the stage and the whole school came in because we had chapel every day. That's how it worked in fucking private schools.
Okay.
And he had to answer questions from the students who knew everything he did. That was part of it. And it was one of the weirdest things I've ever witnessed.
That is. Yeah, because
That
that's
was
some.
fucking bizarre.
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
And I would have something to say to a judge that would make that happen.
Yep.
Because I know you're thinking that, okay, we're going to shame this fucking guy and humiliate him so he knows so he can see firsthand the effect of blah, blah, blah. But what they're also doing is they're affecting those children. They're affecting those children with this, and they're setting a precedent that if somebody does something, you should be able to punish them and humiliate them in front of their peers.
It was weird. So I don't think he got jail time. He lost his job. He had to do that.
I think.
And I think he had to pay the money back. But he ended up going to another school and getting a fucking job, which is nuts.
I don't get the whole embezzlement thing when they write the checks out to themselves. I want to know what's going through their head, because it's like, okay, you can only do this so long before an auditor comes along or somebody sniffs at the books and they see what you've been doing.
Yeah. So it's crazy, though, because it actually taught me a valuable lesson.
Which was?
A lot of times the loudest and the ones who look the purest are the ones that are the most fucked up. Because both times they were the ones you're just like, you should keep cranking on that while we're talking. That's a really good idea. So it seems like they were compensating for something. And they both were. One was fucked in the head and was very depressed. And the other was fucked in the head and just stealing money. And they were the preachiest two people I encountered in school.
I'm going to back you up there.
Yeah.
I'm going to back you up a little.
So that taught me it's...
No, I don't mean I'm going to back you up like I got your back.
Yeah.
I'm you step back.
Yeah.
The... how do I say this? The dude who offed himself.
Yeah.
So you consider that fact that he offed himself as a negative or a slam against him?
No, I would consider it a slam against him because he was hypocritical. If suicide was seen as a very bad thing in Lutherans, and he would preach, make good choices, make good choices, make good choices, and then he makes the choice that he told us not to do. So that makes him a hypocrite. The other guy,
okay,
same
so
thing.
you guys did talk about suicide and stuff?
Yeah, suicide was seen in, when I was growing up, what they taught me was there is a chance you could still get to heaven if you commit suicide, but it's not really good. Like, meaning if you had God in your heart and you were just confused and you committed suicide, there's a chance you can get to heaven.
What if he figured out he was wrong?
Well, then he's in a peaceful place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was years later, though. Like, this was, like I said, this is within 4 years ago from now, and I was
But when you're making a
33,
choice, the thing that makes it good or bad is relative to you, back to the observer, like we were talking earlier.
Sure, yeah. He left two daughters, a son, and a wife behind. I would not call that a good choice.
See, I was thinking like priest-type dudes, you know, who don't, like, they just got other priests and nun friends.
Yeah.
But,
No.
okay, never mind.
No, that kind of taught me that growing up in Lutheran, you get a lot of preachy people around you, right? That are constantly in your ear trying to, lead you down that path. And the loudest and the leaders in both cases, as I was growing up, it was crazy. The closer I got to the top and the more I learned that they are just as dysfunctional as everybody else.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree.
But they do so much stuff to hide it. It's crazy.
Well, it's just like that, I don't remember the name right now, but that show that Brenda's watching on, or was watching on HBO about these Father Mashka, I think it was Mashka, who was raping all these fucking kids.
Oh, jeez.
And then the one nun who kind of, I think, it's not known, but it's supposed that she may have confronted them, or they found out that she knew stuff and was gathering information, and she ended up getting killed. And basically, the Mashka, he died fucking peacefully, versus what should have happened to him. Not that I advocate violence.
And I'm not wrapping in all hypocrites come from religion or anything.
But there are a lot of them out there.
Yeah, we all know that people are fucked up in every place, right?
Yeah,
but that taught me that there's no such thing as, in a roundabout way, it taught me to always question authority. Because
Yes, always
everybody was
question-
taking what they were saying right to heart. and
Always
going
question
with
your
it.
surroundings.
Fucking question everything.
Yeah.
And they were the ones who don't question anything, just accept it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, and you know, I'm not an apologist. You know, I don't, and I certainly don't take things off on the cuff. But what had to have happened in his fucking life to where he felt his only option, the only thing he could do, was to fucking leave, and obviously hurt the 3 kids and the wife and other things.
crazy.
You know, so I think it's careful. We have to be careful not to judge people because, you know, we don't know their state. Now, there's going to be people who fucking argue with me and whatever, but we don't know what has driven him to that moment.
Yep.
You know, we don't know what
Well, let me stop.
has happened. And like I said, I'm not apologizing for it.
No, but here, let's just get this out there. You probably agree with this. I sit in a place where sometimes suicide is okay. Sometimes suicide in certain circumstances, to me, is the right fucking choice.
I agree because
So-
if it could be a person's body on whether they have a child or not,
Yeah.
it should be up to you to do whatever you want with your fucking body as long as you're not physically harming anybody else or destroying anything else.
And some states are starting to come around on, like, for instance, the easiest case would be you have a terminal illness. It's very painful. You're going to die anyway. Let them go peacefully. You know, drug them up, let them fall asleep, let them die.
Yeah, if that's their choice.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see why is suicide illegal. Now, obviously,
certain
you don't want
It's not
just
all
because
cases.
you know, especially with kids, you know, and young adults, you know, people under 27 for the most part.
And
I think for something like that to be sanctioned or legalized, there'd have to be counseling centers.
yeah, mental checks, absolutely.
You gotta,
yeah.
you know,
Yep.
I mean, now what if someone is just, let's say you got a 40-year-old guy, girl, whatever, and they're depressed. They have no family. They have nothing to live for. They just feel empty, dry, and dead, and nothing you can do is going to change their mind. Do you think they should be able to check out as well?
Yeah, I do. No, I believe that's...
No, I think we're on the same
Yeah,
page.
honestly. And if you're not hurting anybody, which I'm sure in a roundabout way, if you kill yourself, even though you think you have nobody caring about you.
And even if you don't,
yeah.
you're still affecting the people who've got to come clean you up.
Yeah. And
You know?
crazy part in this case with the principal from 8th grade, I was probably the closest student to the guy.
Really?
It's crazy. Like, yeah, we'd always talk science or meteorology and stuff like that. Like, I got along with him. He was great.
That is crazy when you know somebody and you know them well.
Well, I thought I did, but yeah.
But to know someone well doesn't mean you have to know everything about them.
Actually, looking back on it, you could tell he had some demons.
Yeah.
Everybody does, but...
It's like that friend of mine who will go unnamed that I was showing you their picture tonight.
Yeah.
And I was, said, look at the eyes. Look how sad those eyes are. The smile didn't even reach the cheeks hardly.
That's a really good saying. That smile doesn't even reach the cheeks. I'm going to use that.
You can use that. We should make that.
That's a good
That
one.
wouldn't be a good bumper sticker.
No.
Any good movies coming out?
Fucking movies. God.
I've seen a lot of trailers lately. Well, Blade Runner's coming out. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, when is that? Do you know?
Sometime I think towards the end of the year, maybe
Okay.
Christmas.
Yep.
October.
Oh, I think it is around Christmas time. The new Star Wars is coming out around that time too.
Is that the Harrison Ford one?
No, that's coming out.
Two director dudes.
Think
today
after,
or this week.
I think that's coming after.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, both director, or at least one. I heard one.
I heard
left.
like multiple.
Oh, geez. I wonder what the hell's going on with that.
Yeah, what happened there?
No idea. I thought one. This might have been a different movie, but I thought one left because of a death of a daughter or something, or is that a different movie? I'm getting mixed up, but
That was the name of the movie he went to?
No, that's where his daughter literally died, and he had to leave from directing a movie. Yeah, I don't know if it was that one or not, but
I like the title of the daughter dying better.
Really?
He had to leave because his daughter died.
That's the movie he's directing now?
Well,
that is a sick Jesselnick joke. He left the set of this to go direct the My Daughter's in a Casket. That is such a fucking Jesselnick thing to say.
Caskets away.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's bad.
It'd be a comedy.
Yeah.
A musical.
Yeah.
Comedy. Hey, and I mean this in a very homage way. I'm not mocking the guy's daughter or his
Oh,
suffering.
homage. Okay, gotcha. You said homage, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what
homage.
the fuck's homage?
Yeah, I added E
Sorry.
at the end
Okay,
of it.
got it.
So
Got
it's
it.
kind of like, like when something's gooey or cheesy or greasy.
So again, it's
Homage-y.
JP the fucking sandworm. Hooks in.
If you
Hooks
walk
in.
without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
Yeah. Other movies around. I mean, again, it's
Letterkenny. It's not a movie, but it's a funny ass TV show. Holy fuck!
What are you watching now? Movies aside,
now?
like what is there any show you're like? But American Gods, right?
American Gods. Loving that one.
That
Watching.
last episode I saw was awesome. Not the latest,
You're
but
not
the
caught
one
up.
before where it's the background of the leprechauns. That was really, really
Yeah,
well done.
I
Love
thought that was
one.
actually pretty cool. What was the sentence? Destination. You're sentenced to destination. Isn't that what it was something weird like that?
I don't remember what. I don't retain information.
I wish I didn't retain so much, or I wish I could be more in charge of what I do retain.
That would be nice.
Yes, I can't remember like passwords and shit, but I can remember the color of this girl's underwear back in 12th grade or 11th grade when I was.
Hopefully a
Theater.
similar age.
But yeah.
Okay,
I was in high school.
all right.
That's what we did. They were blue.
Ooh, we watched the second trailer for Thrones, Game of Thrones.
Game of
man.
Thrones is gonna be fucking cool. House Cards. We're watching House Cards right now.
Is that season
4.
4?
Five,
Oh,
four,
Jesus.
five,
I haven't seen
five,
a single
five,
episode of that.
But yeah, I think shit's gonna get real for Francis and Claire
Okay.
Underwood, real soon. The writing on that show has been very good, and Kevin Spacey is just fucking awesome. And they've been teasing the fourth wall. You haven't seen any of it, have you?
None of it, no.
Kevin Spacey breaks the fourth wall all the time in the series.
Really?
Yeah, he'll be addressing the both houses, right? And he'll just right in the middle of it, he'll just look right into the camera. These people are sheep waiting to be herded, and I will have to be their shepherd.
I kind of like that.
And then he'll turn back and
Yeah.
he's interacting, but nobody else knows he's. But this season they've been kind of.
Is that the true definition of breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah.
I thought breaking the fourth wall was something other than that. I thought it was beyond that.
Well, breaking the fourth wall is
He's addressing the camera.
You're addressing the camera. You're addressing the people on the other side of the camera.
Gotcha.
So
That
he's
is the
talking to
fourth
the
wall.
viewer. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because like Goodfellas does that. Do you remember?
Yeah. Ray Liotta.
Yeah, he would
his
talk to
narrative.
the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like it when
Yeah.
they do that. As long as they don't.
It has to be tasteful though.
It's got to be exactly.
Done right. Because if Game of Thrones all of a sudden started breaking the fourth wall, that'd be weird.
There'd only be certain characters who could do that.
But
Tyrion.
the reason I don't think it works is because of the time that they're in and the place they're in. They're in a fantasy world.
Yeah,
We're
true.
not. Although with shit going on lately, it sure feels like we are. We've got a Daniel sighting. He says, "I am here."
About fucking time.
Yeah. Tim's been making fun of you. I'm sorry. Big T-Dub.
T-Dub.
T-Dub's making fun of
Dwayne
you.
Nuclear.
Yeah.
Think I pooped.
Other than that, I haven't been watching
That was actually
a
something I heard
damn
him say
thing.
once.
Oh, really?
Think I pooped.
Nankum pooped?
Think I pooped.
Think I pooped.
All right. Have you ever sharded?
Shard? Yeah, of course. You have never sharded?
I have sharded.
Oh.
A lot of guys would just like, look at the time.
I've definitely sharded. I've shit myself. I've pissed myself.
Where is the most awkward place you ever sharded?
Sharded. Fuck.
Because sharts can be the worst.
I'm trying to think.
Because like oftentimes,
Probably at work, maybe?
like
Yeah.
our
probably.
work.
Well, I've been there for 10 years, so yeah, probably our work.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've never sharted at work. I did shart in a Menards once.
Say big money, huh? Yeah.
Oh, I had to go in the bathroom and lose an article of clothing.
Oh, shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
I saw what you
Yeah.
did there. Yeah, no. Sharts, while not fun in the present, hilarious in the future.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How are we doing on time over there?
We got about 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Yeah, so
That's funny.
I'm still working on the book.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm pretty much wrapping up that music piece. Aaron's going to take it and beat it up a little bit more for me.
I'm going to try to do mixing and stuff.
And
I was fucking my neighbor across the street at 13. Huh.
that's good to know.
Danny was getting action at 13, huh? Nicely
Well,
done.
he could have been. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would believe him.
Yeah.
I think I would.
Daniel was quite the swordsman.
According to him, yes.
Oh, I'm sensing some. You're not believing what he's saying.
No, I'm saying that he's saying what he's saying. I really don't. It's derivative.
He's saying Tim can tell you it's true.
Yeah,
okay, so by your reactions, JP, you're saying Tim and Daniel are not reputable sources.
No. What I'm saying is, if Tim can say it's true, that would imply that Tim was in the room. And now I'm just picturing Tim. Hold on, I'm picturing Tim standing in the room in like white pants and like a black and white striped shirt.
Daniel needed a camera guy.
I just figured Tim was the observer.
Tim's the
with the whistle.
And the lady was like 36. You guys live a very crazy life. It's a very crazy life. Yeah, it is. I think we got some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know because I think they were living in California when you were in California when you were 13, right? You fucker.
Well, California is a completely different place.
Oh yeah, they have different rules.
Oh,
same laws.
Yeah, but different
rules.
Yeah,
and like some of the rules are like, oh, those laws. Yeah, you don't look at them.
You don't need
just when you
those.
walk by, you just like, oh, look at that tack on the wall.
Those are just general guidelines.
Yeah, like a stop sign, a semaphore.
I love always fucking with people with all the stop signs have white borders on them, right? Well,
some don't.
White, most do. Most do. The stop signs with white borders around them, they're like a yield sign. You don't have to stop. You'd be surprised how many people believe that.
You gullible fuck.
Great. It's real.
Why do we even put up with people like that? Who will fall for that?
But
that's like the guy who will trade a 800XL for 1200XL.
That's true.
Not your fault,
or
not my
nickel
fault.
for a dime.
Nickel for a dime.
That's a callback. That's what they call that in the comedy world.
Callback.
So, but it's crazy. Even though we think we're above that, we all fall for. We all become gullible, dude. And I've had idiot times where it was completely obvious they were fucking with me. Like I don't know how the fuck this popped into my mind, but I was old enough to drive, so 16 plus. On the radio, they said the new Webster Dictionary came out, and gullible is not in there anymore. It is not seen as an English word.
Oh,
and
I know which station you're listening to.
It.
Because they would do that bullshit in the afternoon on that radio show.
I fucking believed it. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not in the dictionary. And then I realized, I didn't look it up, but I realized later, I'm fucking stupid. Yeah.
But that is kind of funny when they do little shit like that.
Yeah.
I find it quite hilarious.
It's bad. And then you try to play it off to yourself, like, I didn't buy that.
It's like when
we're cool.
It's like when a cat is running and he like runs into the sliding glass door that's closed.
I meant to do that.
No. Oh no, they're better than that. They just kind of like fucking meow. No, I'm good. No, I didn't hit the glass. Fucking meow. Fuck that glass. Fucking meow.
You didn't mean to hit the mic, right?
I did.
That
was scripted.
Ooh.
No, I'm a method actor. Damn it. What do we got? Anything worth talking about?
Let's see. Let me get you the latest from Daniel here. Woody is a pedophile. Porn is the best. And vagina. We're getting nothing but the best out of Daniel.
Okay.
Those are the last three messages.
Porn is good. I don't know if I would say best. I mean, because I think the best would be the actual thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the actual lavender juice box you can hold.
Nice. Another callback. Fuck, there's like 4 callbacks.
We're good.
We can't even drop these mics, though,
No, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, not as much anymore.
Expensive enough not to drop.
Yeah, I don't want to drop it. Don't drop the mic.
So we're reaching an end, unless you got something profound to say. Ooh, he's thinking about it.
Oh, did I ever? Yeah, we talked about the opium perfume cologne thing.
I don't know. I don't remember. We've had so many of these. I can't remember what we talked about.
Back in the early 90s, I discovered opium cologne.
Oh, you thought it was cologne?
No, well, it was cologne.
Yeah.
And I wore it for, over 10 years, right? And then I meet Brenda, and she's over at my house one day, and she's like, oh, how come you have women's opium cologne? I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, that's for men. And she's like, no, this is women's. This C pour bid, whatever the opposite of home is, HOMME. So
yeah,
Herm.
Mm-hmm. Or home or
Hermy.
Yeah.
Hermy. And I'm like, oh great, 10 years I've been wearing women's fucking perfume.
But yep.
I still wear it to this day sometimes.
That's
because I don't give a fuck if it's for men or women. It's fucking awesome. It's very smoky, very, smoky and spicy.
So here's what I'm thinking. That you had a woman over at that time. You didn't want to tell her about it. That was her perfume.
And I'm just
but
carrying it
You're just carrying this
all
lie
these
all the
years
way
long.
through because you're just a man of conviction, a man of
Principle. Nope.
Yeah.
I was an idiot.
No, you nope, wearing perfume. Yeah, got it. That's funny. Yeah. So today's podcast is brought to you by
The new campaign combating teen horniness being a crime. In
the
fact,
new campaign,
that
teen horniness being a crime, and it shouldn't be a crime.
But it should not be a crime.
It should not be a crime.
Yes.
And
you can ask Michelle.
what's their
Sarah Michelle Gellar about that.
What's their slogan or value or something?
Yeah, just masturbate and
Masturbate, participate.
masturbate, participate, but abstain from penetration.
Wow.
So you could all get together and you can like do everything
Circle
you
jerks,
want,
but
you just don't let the members touch.
Got it. Well, that's
But
good.
there's other things you can do though. I think
Yeah.
that are probably equally pleasing or at least a close facsimile. However, it's like two guys in a curiously smelly bucket.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going. I'm listening.
He's not listening anymore.
I am. No, I'm listening.
He's checked
No.
out.
We're good. No, keep going.
What? What, are you going to go shit on the floor like a bad girl?
Shitting it. That's all.
No, I didn't say that. It was a curiously smelly bucket.
You people have a good afternoon.
Oh, Jesus. Goodbye, Tokyo.
And then here's a thing of cologne or perfume, whatever.
Oh.
There it is. That's the actual bottle right there, ladies and gentlemen.
It smells nice. It's very nice. The Lord says so.